Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I am crocheting a peacock, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what said peacock looks like here in just a second. Gonna wait a little bit until some folks get in here before I show it. That way I won't have to do it 400 times. Hey, God's Desire, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Anne's Backyard Garden, thank you. You don't have any kind of yarn over here. That's funny. That's all right. I'm just gonna sit here and crochet and show y'all in a second what this peacock looks like. Now, look, this peacock has a little bit of lore to him, and it's kind of funny, but you might have had to be there. I am doing great, God's Desire. Absolutely great. I'm making this peacock for Forrest over there on Jackie's channel because we had such a good time making fun of him when we found this pattern. Hey, Bridget, thank you so much for coming in. You know, I saw your videos today, but I didn't have a chance to leave comments. But I just want you to know I was watching. I always do that. Listen to videos and watch videos while I'm doing my housework. And sometimes I just don't leave comments, and I know I probably should, but life gets kind of crazy during the day around here. Oh, goodness gracious, my nose itches, y'all. So, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I think, let's see, 13, 14, 15. So, I got to do 3 rows of this. All right. Anyhow, this peacock, he's a little challenged. Well, he looks a little goofy, let's put it that way. And when we found this pattern over on when we were looking for patterns to make a couple weeks ago on Jackie's channel, we found this silly pattern, and we had a whole evening of laughing at this peacock periodically. And there was one viewer who, in particular, really was interested and had a great time making fun of this peacock. He looks a little special needs. Let's just put it that way. So I decided that I was going to make this peacock and send it to said viewer, because that viewer seemed to really enjoy the peacock. So there's the story behind me making this silly peacock. So I'm just kind of doing what I said I was going to do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Still above the ground. So it's a good day. Isn't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Bridget? Hey, Rosalie, thank you for coming in. All right, let's see. I got about 8 people in here. That's good. Let me show off this this silly looking peacock. Okay, present. Share screen. Now there he is. We decided he looked a little special needs. And like I said, we had a whole lot of fun making fun of this poor peacock. Now, I'm not going to be making him in exactly those colors. As you can see, my blue is a little different. It's actually more of a peacock blue. And I wish my lighting were better, but it's just not. I don't know how to make it better. And then I'm going to use this green and this purple. And then I'm also, instead of that orange on his beak and his feet, and of course part of his wings, I'm going to use this yellow. And I'm doing that because that's what I had. I think he's adorable too. I really do. Even though he looks a little wide-eyed and you know, like he's new to the world. He's got that deer stuck in the headlights look on his face, but that's okay because he's special. Well, in my humble opinion, the creator of this pattern probably didn't use exactly the right colors for a peacock. And I was trying to get a little closer to the right colors when I made my choices for his color. Now, who am I to say what a peacock's supposed to look like? He's cute in that goofy, exactly. He's cute in a goofy kind of way. That's exactly right. But that night when we were all looking at him, I called him a special needs peacock, and well, the rest is history. It just it devolved from there. They do come in a lot of colors. There's even white peacocks, Um, and they're the most beautiful birds. And one of these days, if I ever get enough land, I would love to own a peacock. On my little chicken farm, chicken and peacock farm. I know they make a horrific noise, but to me it's pretty. I like listening to peacocks. Um, some people don't. Uh, and they are very loud, but it's like having a guinea, it's a watchdog, watchbird, whatever. Now, I don't know if they squawk at strangers like guineas do. I wouldn't mind having some guineas too, to be honest with you. I think guineas are so pretty. I gotta fix this. Let's see. There, that's better. That's better. I think it would go down to a number 3, if not even a number 2 yarn, especially for the wings and feathers. They will appear more flowy that way. I was thinking about that. Tonight, I'm going to be using just 4-weight because that's what I've got. And I kind of did this on the spur of the moment, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do. He's probably going to be a little on the stiff side, but at least he'll be able to stand in one place. Now his eyes, the weight yarn that I have for his eyes, it is a 3-weight, but that's all I had too. So for somebody who's got a storage unit full of yarn, you'd think I could have found the weights that I was looking for. But I didn't go to the storage unit. I just used what I had here at the house. Well, that, and it's covered in, ever so often I'll find a couple of pieces of Birdie's cat hair. She's my little calico cat. And she'll probably come up here and try to visit us tonight. She usually does. She'll crawl up here right underneath the camera and try to set herself right here between both of my hands so that I can't crochet. All I can do is look at her and adore her like she wants me to. I'll have peacocks after my land is cleared. Oh, that's so fun. I can't have house birds, but the king don't mind outside birds. I understand that. I've only had one house bird. I didn't care for having a bird in the house. Oh, that's a lie. I just lied to you. I did have indoor chickens one time that I kept in my Florida room because they were Serrama chickens, and I had a rooster, and I wasn't allowed to have chickens in the first place. So I figured if I kept them in the house, nobody can complain about what you do in your house, and they can't see what you do in your house. But boy, I'm telling you what, Those birds kicked up so much dust or produced so much dust, it was crazy. But Saramas are cute little chickens. They're about half the size of a banty, and they lay cute little eggs. But honestly, unless you're keeping them to breed them and sell the exotic, quote unquote, uh, chicks, they're not really worth anything as far as for producing food. They're a little bigger than a quail, like a Coturnix quail. Um, uh-oh, what row am I on? Let's see. Oh, your neighbors made you get rid of your rooster. Hey, Michelle, thanks for coming in. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I need one more row of this. Yep, I was right. I really don't need a rooster. I live in a neighborhood and I don't want to disturb the neighbors or myself. But I do like there are some people in my within my vicinity listening vicinity who have roosters. Like in the morning I usually walk my son out to the road before he leaves to go to the bus stop, and I'll hear him crowing. And I don't mind listening to them crow, but I think if they were in my backyard, it would be awfully loud and obnoxious. But if they're streets away, it sounds nice to me. Kind of like the peacocks, you know? Okay, now what? Oh no, I'm gonna have to stop and make the eyes because that's the next step, I think. It is. Before I decrease, I've got to put the eyes on. I did not read through this pattern before I started it. I just started making the head about, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago. And so I'm kind of winging it here. One thing I have learned is because I'm new at this amigurumi making, and most of y'all know that. Um, but one thing that I've learned is working with worsted weight yarn or even a 3 weight is a lot easier to me than working with the chenille or the blanket yarn because I can really see my stitches a lot better. Um, and I don't have to feel for them. Now, hey Diane, how are you doing? Um, I was trying to make a whale with Jackie last week when we did that 12-hour live stream. And let me tell y'all what, that humbled me something fierce. I mean, it was like I had forgotten how to count and forgotten everything I knew about crochet. However, let me show y'all something. Oh, goodness. I got to get up a second. In that 12 hours, by the time we were finished, all I had was a ball. I know, right? Twice in one night. But this week I worked on this whale some, and I've gotten that far with him. I got his tail put on. These spins here took me 2 days. I also completed these side fins, but I haven't installed them yet, right? And I got his little hat. Well, I call it a hat. It's not really a hat. Let's see. This what this is melted ice cream. And what'll happen is I'll make a cone and it'll go here in the front of his head. And it kind of looks like a narwhal when you're done with him. But I'm hoping to have him finished by the end of the week. And what you do is you put little confettis on the ice cream like sprinkles. Well, thank you, Diane. But I was really happy that I was able to get this much accomplished because, like I said, it took me 12 hours of a live stream last week to just do the ball part. And I have not worked with this yarn very much. I got that yarn at Premier. That was the chenille that I bought for $5 a bag. And I bought 19 bags of it, y'all. So I better learn how to work with it.
You bought how many bags?
I bought 19 bags, Poppy.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why we have yarn coming out of our ears.
Honey, we've always had yarn coming out of our ears.
And you grumble about my car.
Uh-huh. I think I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you told on yourself.
Well, you saw that I ordered 2 great big boxes. It's not like I was hiding it, dear.
Start buying car parts.
You go ahead and use your money to buy car parts. I used my money to buy my yarn. I can't help it that my hobby's cheaper than yours. Poppy likes to work on cars. He has little project cars. I love the pink too. You know, the one that is on the pattern is white with a pink melted ice cream. And I tried to do it that way, but I was having a hard time seeing the white yarn, kind of like using black yarn. And I will say I don't have the best vision. I have double vision. And of course, I'm an old lady, so I have to wear bifocals and stuff like that. So my vision didn't help matters any. Let's just put it that way. But I decided to use the pink because I thought I would be able to see it better. And so that's how he got reversed, because in the initial pattern, he's supposed to be white with a pink melted ice cream, but I'm making mine pink with white melted ice cream. Now, I do have to make the cone, and that's a brown chenille color. I've got it out there in the living room. I just haven't opened it yet, and that's why I didn't make the cone yet. Hey, Jane Doe. Welcome in. It's good to see you tonight for the second time. See? Look at there. We travel in all the right circles, don't we? Okay, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and finish these next 2 rounds, and then I have to start making the eyes. I probably should have done this in the order in which it told me to, but 5 single crochets and then a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mm-mm. Wait a minute. That's not right. I think I only did 4 single crochets. Did any of you see me do that? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 27, 28. Six. That don't make any sense either. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, never mind. 1, 3, let's see, 4, 5. Okay. One, two. Y'all, I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much, but I really need to pay. Am I back? Yes, I am back. Hey, Tom. Thank you so much for passing through. Don't forget to hit that out here. What is going on with this?
With what?
Well, for whatever reason, the internet keeps acting a fool.
Well, it is lightning outside.
Are we having a storm?
Lightning struck 15 miles away, yeah.
I don't care nothing about that. Or that's, oh, it's not. Y'all, I'm sorry, we're having some weather issues. I just heard thunder and well, I don't know how many times this is gonna happen, y'all. But here we are. Please forgive the interruptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got bad weather. Apparently, it's affecting my internet connection. It doesn't usually do that. I don't quite understand. But here we are. Jane, thank you so much for dropping those links for me. I appreciate you. Okay, one. I hope that's the last time that happens. You want to let the dog out before it starts coming down?
Yep.
Because you know he ain't going to want to stay out there if it's raging. Well, look at there. That turned out good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Cynthia, Sonia, how are you? Cynthia, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you too, dear. Let's see, where am I? Okay, 4 single crochets. And we've got another decrease row, so forgive me if I have to concentrate too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a decrease. Okay. Two. Oh yeah, it is rumbling out there. You hear it? That's crazy. Y'all, I think we've had rain every day for a week. And I'm not really complaining about it either because my garden needs the rain. And it keeps me from having to go out there in the heat and water it, you know? Of course, now we have not had terrible heat yet. It's coming. I know it's coming. It always does. But my brother in Maryland was hotter today than I was down here in South Mississippi. And in fact, there were a lot of parts of the country up north that were hotter than I was down here. I think our high today was 91. Is that right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the humidity wasn't horrible like it normally is. I wish I could tell you what's going on with this crazy weather we've been having. Shoot, we had a snowstorm back in January. You're not going to believe this. We had 9 inches of snow in South Mississippi. That never happens. I don't think it's ever happened in the history of Mississippi. 9 inches of snow at the beach. It was crazy insane. However, it was beautiful, y'all. I enjoyed that so much. You know, I used to live in Virginia and it would snow about twice a year average. Now, it wouldn't be a lot of snow most of the time. It'd be 3 or 4 inches, but it would put a nice white coating, and you could sit inside by the fireplace and just watch it fall, because what's any prettier than watching snowfall? You remember seeing that in the news? We did. We had a great time. It was wonderful. I remember you guys got snow and we didn't get anything in North Carolina. Well, I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it. My dogs enjoyed it. You know, my son, he was born, he turned a year old the day that we arrived in Mississippi. And so he never got to enjoy seeing the snow and playing in it like his big sister did. Now, and mind you, she was only about 4 the last time she was in the snow, but she remembered it. Um, and ever since he was a tiny little boy, he would always say for his birthday, he wanted us to drive somewhere to see snow. Well, in order for us to drive somewhere to see snow at the beginning of December, which is when his birthday is, good Lord, we'd have to drive to some mountaintop in Yellowstone Park, you know, which would take forever. And we used to tell him we can't do that. We'll have to go see snow when it's time for the snow, right? And boy, when it snowed this past January, he was tickled to death. Now, mind you, he was 16-year-old boy playing like he was a 5-year-old little boy, and he did it all day long. We did not see him in the house. I mean, he would come in to warm his hands up and go right back outside. So it was really nice. Linda, hi, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming in. All right, I'm going to put this aside for right now, and I'm going to make eyes for this crazy peacock. Okay, I'm going to put that back real quick. All I have to do is make the circles. Here, let me put him back up here for a second so y'all can see what I'm working on next. Okay. So let's see. StreamYard. So basically, I'll be working on this part right here if my cursor's working. And then these are safety eyes in the middle. So I'm just doing the outer white area. This is some Rico basic acrylic that I got from Mary Maxim in one of their mystery bags. Y'all, if you have not tried Mary Maxim mystery bags, I highly recommend. They're $29.99 for a bag, and you get a minimum of 15 balls of yarn. A minimum. At Christmas time, in each bag, I got 4 balls of what is that? Karen latte cakes, and 2 balls of blanket yarn in each bag. And I always buy 2 bags at a time, so I have enough for a real decent sized project. Okay. Let's do this. Thank you, Jane Doe. That's Forrest. If you were in Jackie's stream that day not Forrest. Forrest was the one that thought that peacock was something else. Let's see. What am I doing here? I guess I should read the directions. It's probably just a circle of some sort. Okay, work 6. This is one thing I appreciate about working with this kind of yarn, acrylic yarn or cotton yarn, is that it's easier to close up your magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. That chenille does not like to close up. So what I had to do is make the circle really small to start with, make my 6 or 8 magic, single crochets, and then close it from there. So there's that. Okay, but okay, 2 increases. Look at me trying to make a half double crochet. 2 increases. Wait just a minute. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could get interesting, y'all. You know why? Because I didn't read I didn't read enough. That's okay. I can read now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2 decreases. I mean increases. Okay. Let me go back up here and read her symbols real quick. The enclosed instructions are worked in the same stitch. That's what I thought. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is make a half double crochet and a double crochet in the next stitch. Half and a double. Okay. Now, oh, goodness gracious. 1 double crochet and a what? 1 double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet. All right. Let the dog in, dear.
No.
And then a double crochet and a half double crochet. Whoops. And then increase. Alrighty then. And that's it? Huh. Well, that's small, and I don't think that'll make him look goofy enough. Do you?
Fine with that.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, it will, especially if I put the eyeball right through there. Okay, I'm good. So, well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? I guess I should have left a longer. Oh, yeah, that should have been longer because I've got to sew it on with that. Oh, well. If I run out of yarn, I'll just attach some more.
Whoa. Excuse me.
Really?
I'm sorry, I said excuse me.
Y'all, please excuse my husband's rude burping noises. Apparently, I have not trained him well enough. Hi, Sugna. Sugna. I'm sorry. Please, please forgive me for butchering your names. Thank you so much for coming in, though. We do appreciate you so much. Oh my, look at here. Okay, there's one eyeball. And then I got to do one more. Unless we should just give him one eye. I mean, that would be interesting. What did the burp say to the other burp? I don't know, Diane. You tell me. What'd he say? I'm curious. More room on the outside than on the inside? Let's be little stinkers and come out the other end. Diane, that's one of the best jokes I've heard all year so far. That is adorable. I'm going to have to tell that one to my granddaughter. She would get the biggest kick out of that. I got to spend the day with my grandkids today, and we had a blast. But Millie told me that she said, my mama said that you were mean when she was a little girl. I said, I was, because that's what mamas are supposed to do. And she said, "Well, you're not mean to me." I said, "Well, that's because you're my granddaughter and I don't have to teach you how to be a decent human being. That's not my job. My job is to be your granny." And she said, "So that's why mommy is mean to me, because it's her job to teach me how to be decent." I said, "That's right." I said, "And one day when you have your little girls and boys, you're going to be mean to them, and your mommy's going to be just as nice, and you're going to see a whole different side to your mama." I got the biggest kick out of that though. But you can't deny it. You gotta. Well, I had 5 kids at home. Um, at one point, all under the age of 11, and so I had to be very strict and very demanding and very unflexible in order to keep the house rolling right along. Now, was I mean? That's debatable. I was very demanding, though. They had to do their chores, they had to do what I told them to, or there were definite consequences. And usually that meant more chores. They did not like that. That's right. That's right. We get sainted when we become grandparents, don't we? Now, I will say this. These last 2 kids that still live at home, I've got a 16-year-old boy and a 20-year-old daughter. And they haven't been nearly as difficult to raise as those first 5 were. And I don't know if that's because I've gotten plenty of practice or if they're just better than their brothers and sisters. What do you think, Murphy?
Debatable.
What's debatable?
That topic.
Oh, why is it? Where'd you get that sweatshirt? Is that my sweatshirt?
No.
Turn around. Oh, is that Violet's the one she gave you? Okay. I thought he was stealing my clothes, y'all. 5 under 11. Yes, you could, Diane. It's just all in, you know, you do what you got to do. That's what I mean by that. You just do what you got to do. Did I love it every day? No. No, I did not. In fact, there's a couple of years there I don't even remember. It was extremely stressful and extremely overwhelming. Because the last 2 of those were only 13 months apart. And at that point in time, I was wondering, I was reconsidering my choices in life. Um, but it all worked out. And, I did raise them, and most of them are decent human beings.
Oh, good.
They're hardworking, and that's too small, I think. But I think it'll make him look just goofy with smaller eyes. I don't know. What do you think? Or should I do them really big? Oh, fiddlesticks. It says 8mm on here. I don't know what millimeter is what. Okay. Look, I'm going to try both. And y'all can tell me which one you think. Probably practice. Plus, as we age, we learn what true. That's true. You are so right about that, Bridget. You learn what battles to fight, which ones are important. You also learn that you can't screw a 30-year-old head onto a 5-year-old body. They have to be children because they can't be anything else. And that was a hard lesson back in the day because I thought they were born knowing everything I knew, which is silly when you think about it, but and we do become well, oh, definitely bigger eyes. Look, definitely the bigger. Okay. Now I just gotta find 2 of the same. What? What?
Nothing.
Because these got kinda mixed up. That's not the right size. They got there we go. They got spilled, and, yeah. I wonder if I have to sew these on, or if seems to me like the backs would keep them on, but you don't want it to look. I'm just gonna leave the tails and figure that part out later. Oh boy. Let's see, how much battery do I have on this thing? Okay, now what are you telling me to do? Directions? Join with a slip stitch, fasten off, leave a long tail for sewing. Okay, all right, I got this now. So then I got to insert the eyes through the center of the eye spots and into the head between rounds 10 and 11 on the same side as the increases. Oh my gosh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let's find the increases. Oh dear, look. I'm assuming ah, on the same side as the increases. Here, here. Okay, right here. 11 and 10. And how many stitches apart? 8 stitches apart. Good night, Diane. It was good to see you too. You take care, and I hope I see you again soon. I would only leave a long tail on one and use the tail to sew both eye patches to the bird. Well, that would have been a great idea if I would have done that ahead of time. Let's see, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, don't. Okay. 8. Good Lord, it looks like a frog. So 8 stitches apart. Apparently that's the increases. Wait a minute. That doesn't look right. Oh boy. Rounds. Oh. Wait. 1, 2. There was a row where I had to make 3 increases in a row. And I think it was over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. Where are those increases? No, they're right here. Okay. So I'm right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stick these on here. Hey, Steve and Tina, who do I got tonight? Tina or Steve? Okay. That way and that way. I'm going to wait until I stuff it and then I'll stitch these pieces down. Now the next, well, it says sew the eye spots in place, but I'm not going to do that until it's stuffed, which is on the next round. So okay. Y'all, it's so difficult for me to remember to yarn under. I've been doing pretty good with it on this project, but every now and then I catch myself yarning over, and that aggravates me. But, you know, it's just what I'm used to. Let's see, 3 single crochets and a decrease. 1 and 2 and 3 and a decrease. Six times. Okay. 1, 2. What is the date today? Is today the 23rd? Let me look. Oh, fiddlesticks. Yeah, today's the 23rd. God's desire, do you know when Jackie was supposed to go on her vacation? I thought it was later in the month, but I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. Well, I hope she's all right because it's not like her not to peek her head in at the very least. But she could be on vacation. I just haven't seen her tonight, that's all. Um, Oof. 4 and 5. There. Now I can stuff him. I have to admit his body looks a little intimidating. I hope it's not as intimidating or as hard as it looks. Let's put it that way. There's a little shaping that needs to be done. And you would think, well, he looks kind of easy, but sometimes the ones that look easy are far from it. We'll see. Again, I'm new at this and I'm probably going to struggle for a while. I know when I first started crocheting 100 years ago, I struggled. Thankfully, I'm so thankful that my grandmother taught me to read patterns though, because I hear people all the time, who say they don't read patterns, and I'm thinking, well, how do you crochet? However, I'm not a designer either. That is something that I've never been interested in doing, nor do I feel confident in my ability to do it. So now, if when it comes to a shawl or a blanket or something like that, I can make up, decide what stitch I want to do or combination of stitches, and I can do it. Um, I can figure out the multiple and go from there. But as far as designing one of these toys or something more intricate, no, I have no desire to do that, nor do I, again, have confidence in my ability to do that. So, but I do admire people who can. Um, oh, jeez. Here we go. I really like this blue color a lot. So there's only 3 more rows to go after this. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be cool. The peacock is cute, but could we see you bigger? You mean my hands or my face? Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I did not even realize that I hadn't taken that down. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. Thank you for that. Was not paying attention. Oh, goodness. There we go. So the next round, okay, just decrease some more. Okay. One, two. Oh, decrease. One, two. Huh. to decrease. You are very welcome. My grandma never learned to read a pattern. She could just look at something and recreate. Isn't that amazing? My granny was that way, but she did teach me to read the patterns, and like I said, I'm very grateful for it. Well, but now, years ago, patterns were written in a very standard way back in the 70s and 80s, and that which is when I was crocheting and reading patterns a lot. I went through a period where I kind of quit crocheting for a while because I had 5 kids to raise. I didn't have a lot of time for crochet. But nowadays I've noticed since well, really I just notice it mostly on like your Ravelry and Etsy. People have their own way of writing patterns, and you kind of have to learn to decipher people's directions. And thankfully, that has gotten easier for me with practice. But in the beginning, when I first started buying patterns, online and stuff, it would make me crazy because it wasn't what I was used to seeing. It's not that I couldn't read them and decipher them, but it seemed like it just took me, extra time. And, well, I wasn't super thrilled about that. But like I said, with practice, it got easier. And then again, there's other folks out there selling these patterns that don't have the first clue how to write a pattern. And then you got people making AI patterns that make no sense. So I've learned to read a lot of the reviews, get past the first bit of them, and get to the ones with pictures of people actually making the product, or, you know, I guess there's different tricks to keep from getting uh, taken for a ride. You were talking about how your grandma could just look at something and recreate it. The first time I have ever experienced that was with my granny, but I never knew too many folks like that. Oh, I didn't put my stinking stitch marker in. Do you believe that? Okay. How many stitches should I have? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I'm almost there. Um, the one person that I recall now, I've been watching YouTube for quite a while when it comes to crocheting and stuff, right? Um, and the one person that I started watching that um could do that, like recreate something or just come up with something out of their head and put it together and it was beautiful, was Bag a Day. That woman has a wonderful talent, and it's really admirable how she's grown her channel like she has. and not able to read patterns, and not she just makes it up and go and does it. She does the darn thing. And I love that about her. Let me see if I got my count right. 1, 2, 3. Not quite yet. Okay. Bingo. Hi, Bonnie. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming in tonight and visiting with us. Y'all, it might be out of picture. I'm trying to lean it against me so I have some leverage. 2, 3, 4. The hole's getting too small to stick my finger in. 5 and 6. Okay. Fasten off, leave a long tail. Weave the tail through the front loops. Okay, I know how to do that. All right. Let's leave a big old long tail. Just for giggles. I really think I need to stuff that a little more. Yes. Maybe. Yes. No, that'll be fun. So how do y'all get when you're stuffing your things, how do you get it good and tight? I probably should have started this before now, but I'm making Michael's Tunisian wrap. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Well, there you go. And see, now I've never Tunisian crocheted in my whole life. Now I did recently buy some Tunisian hooks. Not sure that I love them because they're the long ones, and that might have been a mistake. And I realized that you need more length, because you're not pulling off the stitch until the whole row's done. Okay, let's see. I can show you a decrease that's less visible and less hard to do if you want. That would be beautiful. Yes, ma'am. I'm perfectly willing to learn anything new. Ah, they say that old folks are opposed to learning new tricks. They have cables. That's awesome. Now that sounds like that would be a lot easier. Hollow out the center. Stuff hollow at the center. Stuff. Repeat until stuffing is as far as you want it. Hollow out the center. Okay. Okay. Little bit. Yeah, I should have done this a row ago, but that's okay. We'll get him stuffed. It seems like every one of these things that I make, I learn something new that helps me with the next one. You know what I mean? And this is probably going to not be perfect, but that's okay too. Now, let's go in these front loops. Three, four, mm, 5, and 6. Okay. Pull close, weave in. Well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Okay, it's all right. I ain't worried about it. Let's just get her done. There. Now let's get these sewn down. Huh. Let's weave those in. Dropped my needle, y'all. Okay. I'm just going to weave these in a little bit and get them cut off and out of the way. They're the ones for the magic circle that I didn't tend to. Now. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm going to sew this eye so that it's not sticking up and curling over. But I really have very little experience doing this, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing it right. So I'm just going to do it the best I know how. Hmm. Mhm. Well, this one could be challenging. Another thing that helps with sewing toys together is extra long needles. Way less fighting and way easier on the hands. Where would I find these extra long needles that have the big eyes? Because I'll show you. Well, I've got some doll needles. Um, but I'm sorry, I'm talking and working at the same time. That sometimes works out, sometimes it don't. Um, but the eye is so tiny on these doll needles that it's sometimes a struggle to get them threaded. I'm sorry. Just trying to pay attention here. There. Yeah, I like that better, I think. Well, well, that's interesting because his eyes don't look the same. And I did exactly the same stitches. That's annoying. Oh boy. Okay, well, it's just gonna have to be that way today. Hey, Jennifer, how are you tonight? Neighbors. That's so funny. Can you believe we live so close to each other? Okay, wait. I'm sure that's how all my friends. Hang on. Let me look back here. Can I go backwards? Yes, I can. After after hitting sin, a person can go into shock. What? No, that's not what was. Yes, that is my life, Jane Doe. Because, well, mostly when I'm on my phone, because my phone, which is a smartphone, obviously, but it thinks it's smarter than I am, and it likes to change all my words. And it doesn't quite understand my southern. It doesn't understand my southern. I have 5, 6, and 7-inch needles with large eyes. Oh, heck yeah, I'll email you. Okay, look, he's not perfect, but that's kind of how he was supposed to be, is not perfect, I think. I don't know. Let's get his body going, okay? I'll enjoy that more. Um, I'm good. I know, right? That's why I asked you where you were from because it's a wide spectrum of the Gulf Coast, but didn't think you was that close. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Pretty darn close. Look, if I get any closer to the water, I'm gonna end up in it. Now, I'm not right on the beach, but I'm about 5 blocks away, maybe 6. I can walk there in about, what, 10 minutes-ish? Okay, let's get to the next stage of this thing. Y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this tonight or not, but I'm gonna do my best. What do you think? Okay. 1, 2, let me get this white out of the way. 3. Hey, Annette, how are you? Thank you so much for popping in. 3, 4. Thank you, Bonnie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Were you in Jackie's chat that night that we were making fun of the special needs Peacock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I used to live in Pass Christian a long time. Right, and I live in the town right next to it, so I know. Well, Pass Christian goes all the way up to the interstate, but I know what you're talking about. They've got the prettiest harbor now. Ours got destroyed by Hurricane Zeta, and they haven't rebuilt it yet. And the whole town's up in arms about it. They're mad as fire, and I really don't blame them. I enjoyed the harbor. I'd go down there and walk around and look at the boats and enjoy the air and all that. It was just a nice, peaceful place to be. But now you can't get down there. Look, after Hurricane Zeta, we had boats in the highway. It was crazy. Boats up on the sand, boats in the middle of the road, boats in the parking lots across the street from the harbor, boats in the restaurants. I've got a video of that somewhere. It's not posted. I just have it as my own personal video, but one of these days I ought to post that on YouTube because y'all wouldn't believe it. And it wasn't even a super bad hurricane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I think that's why, well, it was only supposed to be a category 2. Y'all, I got to rest my hands a minute, so I'm just going to sit here and talk if that's all right with everybody. Hey, Lori, how are you doing? What happened was it was only supposed to be like a category 1. And then as it got closer to land, it strengthened rapidly. And it was 1 mile away from a category 3 when it hit us. And I think what happened was that those people who owned the boats down there, they secured their boats, but they didn't move them. And that's why it beat up the harbor so bad, was because those people thought, oh, it's just a category 1. It's not going to be that bad, but it was. And we're waiting on, I don't know what the city's waiting on to fix it. Something to do with funding from FEMA, which is strange because Gulfport got theirs repaired. Bay St. Louis got theirs repaired. And we're still sitting here 5 years later with no harbor, which is interesting. When Katrina hit, I lived in Louisiana. Then there was only one way in or out. Yeah, I lived at the end that sticks in the oh, my Lord, have mercy. You lived way down there. Good grief. It's a wonder y'all weren't underwater. I mean, a long ways underwater. Because you have to babysit the grandkids tomorrow. You know what, Lori? I got to sit with my grandkids today, and we had so much fun. Thanks, Jane. I'm getting close to 50. I'm halfway there. Thanks, Jennifer. You're so funny. You're just a baby, sweetheart. That's okay. You enjoy it. Because it's over way too quick. Yep, the second story was full. Only thing it didn't Go over was the roof. Good grief. Mm-mm-mm. That is absolutely terrifying. And I don't know how people survive that. I mean, I hear stories. I wasn't here for Katrina. I still lived in Virginia at that point. Oh, you're talking about followers. Okay. I think, Jennifer, I don't know if this is true or not. Hey, Renee, what's up? Um, Jennifer, if you go through a platform such as StreamYard or Restream or something like that, I'm not sure that you need 100 followers. I think you might be able to do it. Of course, I could be wrong, and maybe that was an old rule. So, how long have you been YouTubing, Jennifer? It hadn't been long, I know that. I thought I heard someone knocking out at my door. I'm like, I don't answer the door at 10:47 at night. But it wasn't. I don't know what it was. Money, are y'all getting storms? It could have just been the wind. Am I correct about that, Bridget? Is that what you're saying correct about? Because I know you can't stream through the YouTube platform unless you have a certain amount. And you can't stream from your phone unless you have a certain amount. But I believe that if you go through those other platforms, you'll be able to stream all you want to. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but never to go live. I see. You created that channel for your crafty stuff. I put a bike video yesterday or today. I need to get my button gear and make yarn videos. I understand. I do, Renee. I need to get my booty in gear and start some gardening videos. My garden's gonna be done by the time I get ready to make a garden video. I don't think so. My daughter started the washing machine. I think, oh, okay, okay. StreamYard and other one help you bypass those rules. Right. That's what I thought. Okay. So, Jennifer, you need to go on StreamYard. Well, I don't know. I like StreamYard. I don't pay for StreamYard because they're not getting my $45 a month. Not when they used to be 25 and well, y'all know the story. I think EV Mux is only $20 a month. I don't know how much Restream is. And it told me I had to have 50 to go live from my phone. I'll have to check out StreamYard. Yeah. I can't either. I can't either. So I don't mind their logo. Now I'll tell you this. If my channel would make the money to cover the cost, then I would do it. But it does not. So StreamYard, I don't think that you have to have that many subs, but I started my YouTube channel with 500 subs. Oh, wow, Bonnie, how'd you do that? Yeah, don't pay for it. Just get on their free plan. You get 20 hours of streaming a month if you use StreamYard. I think Restream is unlimited. Um, right, it is a lot. It is a lot. Now, if video streaming was the only hobby I had, I wouldn't mind paying for it because I mean I spend more than that on the other hobbies I have. You know, my diamond painting, my garden, my crocheting. I spend $45 a month on all that. Yeah, you only get 20 free and then hey Zach, and then Restream is unlimited hours. If you go on EV Mux, it's unlimited hours too, but they cut you off after 2 hours of streaming. So if you want to continue to stream, you have to start a new stream. And I know that's a lot of information, but just pick one and we can walk you through the rest. I had a lot of friends that chatted with a lot of people. Yeah, oh, okay, okay. Okay. That was so nice, Bonnie. Now, I think within the first month I had over 100 subscribers. But honey, it has taken me so long to get more than, well, it took me almost 3 years to get 1,000. You haven't done anything in over a year. See, I went through that, Bonnie, because I have a special needs grandson, and he kept getting kicked out of preschool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And his mama was beside herself because she couldn't work and she needed to. So I told her I would watch him. And I ended up watching him for a year and a half. Um, and during that time, I couldn't YouTube to save my life. I just had no time. And by the time he went home during the day, I was absolutely exhausted. It was all I could do to cook dinner. And I know that sounds silly, but I was just tired. He was a lot. He was a lot. A very, very difficult young man to take care of at times. He's a lot better now. He still can't talk very well, but he's doing so much better than he was 2 years ago. He's taken, I mean, he has steady improvement. It's just very, very slow. Very slow. But he before he was very like emotional and defiant, and he would scream and have these meltdowns, and he would get really frustrated. And I believe it was because he was having a hard time speaking. But see, I done lost my count and I didn't use my stinking. Where am I? I don't even know. Oh, that's not right. Okay. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we are. I guess I'll use my stitch markers since I'm talking. Anyhow, he's been tested for all kinds of crazy things. And, we thought he was autistic. He's not. He's been evaluated by 3 different doctors who swear he's not. But they think he has OCD and severe ADHD and a speech delay. And he's been tested by 2 psychometrists. And they say the same thing. So we're going with that. But his behavior is much, much better now. He doesn't do the whole meltdown thing, and if you talk to him and explain things to him, he understands everything you say to him, and he's a lot more accepting of demands if you explain to him what needs to be done and why, and, all that stuff. Today, he got mad at me because I made him put his boots on to go outside, and he wanted to start having a little meltdown. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, if you go outside without your boots, you're gonna step in the ants, and they're going to bite your feet off. So you need your boots to keep the ants off of you." You know what he said? "Okay." I said, "Now go get your boots." So he went to get his boots. And see, that was easy. Now, if I would have said, "You're not going outside till you put them boots on," that's just all there is to it. He'd have had himself a fit. And you're right. Um, uh, Lori, there's lots of different types of neurodivergence. Lots. Um, I just hope that kindergarten is not too hard on him next year. And I hope he's able to learn. His attention span is like that of a gnat. And he only wants to do what he wants to do. He has no interest in uh, ABCs and reading and all that stuff. He just wants to play, which is kind of typical of most little boys. Um, where's my little thing? I'll show y'all what he. Oops. They have a grandparents breakfast at his school every year, and I went to eat breakfast with him, and he made me this little thingamabobber. Um, and I was so proud of him because he actually did the work. Now, mind you, he was in pre-K and he's 4, but that's what he made for me. And it says, "I think you're dandy and I'm not lying." So I thought that was super cute, and I've had it on my refrigerator ever since. He had to they did a little play at the end of the year. Basically, he graduated from pre-K up to kindergarten, of course, and they did a little program, and it was about a caterpillar, something to do with a caterpillar. Anyhow, he wanted to be the caterpillar, and he wasn't able to be the caterpillar because poor little boy can't talk and memorize lines. So he was really, really upset. So the teacher, you are not going to believe this. The teacher went and bought him a stuffed caterpillar and told him that he could hold that caterpillar during the performance. And let me tell you what, they did all kinds of little songs and stuff. And that boy sat there with that caterpillar in his hands. He was hugging it, he was slinging it, he was waving it in the air. And that was his emotional support caterpillar throughout the performance. And he was the most animated child on that stage. And I couldn't believe that they actually got him to do it, but they did. He had a really good teacher this year, though, and she was very patient with him and took a lot of time with him. And I think if he had not had her, that he might not have come as far as he has during this school year. Let's see, what row am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm on number 5. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shoot. 5. He's my little dragon slayer. Every time I go over there, we go fight the dragons. He's got a sword that he wears in the back of his shirt. I'll tell you, he's such a creative thing. Such a creative little boy. And he likes to sing songs, even though you can't really understand what he's saying most of the time. He can sing a song. He sang happy birthday to me on my birthday, and it made me cry. And I could understand his words too, which made me cry even harder. Oh, oh my God, a jewelry store 1 city from us got robbed for the 3rd time yesterday. Wait a minute, Zach. Did it get robbed 3 times in 1 day or 3 times in a month, 3 times in a year? I'm confused. Okay, where am I? 1, 2, 3. This isn't right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, for the love of Pete. 3 times in the last couple of months. That's a lot. That is a lot. Wow. Okay. Now I know where I'm at. Stitch marker doesn't always work, does it? It can get better. It took a lot to be 13 and not have those same issues. Some of it is still there, but mostly no one would know how it was early on. You know, I've seen that happen quite a few times, Renee, with kids that had problems, and then as they got older, things got better for them. Okay, 1, 2. Why do I feel like that's not right? But it is. Okay. We had a little girl that lived across the street from us when we lived in Virginia, and I watched her grow up. Well, for 10 years. My oldest did autistic, ADHD, oppositionally defined, and nonverbal. Understand the struggles your family has dealt with. I hope he is able to. I do too. I do too, Bridget. It's hard to see. I'll tell you what's hard is to think that he'll grow up and not ever be able to be independent. That that that's sad to me. But I have to be hopeful. And I'll tell you one thing that makes me so happy is every time I go over there, he lights up. He's happy to see me, and he never wants me to leave. So that makes me know that I've done my job as the granny, and that he knows I care about him. And for a long time, I didn't know, for a long time it was, we were on the fence. If he doesn't, though, there are great systems to help him. Yes. Yeah. I was just, he knows a little bit of sign language, but I was just telling my daughter about the PEX system or PEX, whatever they call it now. Um, I have a friend who has cerebral palsy and has a hard time communicating. And while he was in school, he started off with the picture system, and then he ended up, what is going on here? Okay. Um, with a different system where he could type things out and it would say it for him, which was really cool. But and do you know he's got a YouTube channel now? Now he still has trouble communicating, but he does his best. Your son now lives independently with aid. Keep hope in your heart. He will get there. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you for that. Um, I do hope. I do hope. I want to see him graduate high school and have his behavior was so bad in preschool and at the beginning of uh pre-K. See, he went to the Montessori from while he was 2 and 3 years old. And when he was 3, he got kicked out of the Montessori because he couldn't stop biting people and beating up teachers. And my idea of the whole situation, my daughter kept calling me upset because he had bit another teacher or bit the same teacher. And I'm like, you'd think these teachers would learn by now to keep their parts out of his mouth. They're the grown-ups. How does this happen? However, I know that Montessori schools are not equipped to deal with special needs children, right? Um, so anyhow, that's how I ended up watching him. But I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, it's okay. 1, 2. Let's look at these directions again before I get lost. Okay. 3, 4. Oh, I know where I was going now. Um, his behavior was so bad that none of the other kids wanted to play with him, and they were afraid of him. And sometimes reasonably so. He could be hard to get along with. And that's what broke my heart is that, I got to start that over. I can't. I'm losing track. 2, 3. And I can't wait for him to actually get old enough to make friends and go to parties and, do all the things that the other kids do. That's the next step, I think, in his, I guess, social upbringing, is just to be able to make friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, and not be known as the bad kid in class. 5, 6. Oh, shoot. Why does it? Ah, I'm getting mad at myself. I don't like it when my yarn falls off my hook. 2, 3. Oh, shoot. I'm not even where I need to be here. 4. Gave myself a mini heart attack. Thought I lost my wallet, but I felt, oh, Zach, you sound like my son. My son will call me, Mom, I can't find my wallet. It is a terrible feeling. And you know what? I instantly have anxiety for him. Well, did you look here? Did you look there? Blah, blah, blah. And by the time the phone call's over, I've got just as much anxiety as he does about it. And I'm worried sick that I have to pay his mortgage for him. But no, my son has a tendency to lose his wallet on the regular and his keys and his important paperwork. Mm, 4, 6. See, I knew that wasn't right. What is wrong with me? Oh, I'm not going to finish this peacock tonight, and that's disappointing. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 6, 2, 4, 6. I'm working on the hat for the pig. I don't want to put her ears on until I have the hat done so I can line them up. Hey, that's a good idea, Renee. If he goes to regular school, he'll probably get IEP. Oh, he's already got an IEP. He's already got that. He got it. He got that when he was 3 at the Montessori school, right between let's see. Well, I know he had an IEP for speech therapy when he was at Montessori because the speech therapist came to the school. Um, but yes, he does have an IEP for public school now. Um, 2. Well, that was dumb. What did I do? Okay. And he gets speech therapy twice a week for an hour at a time. Or is it 4? He gets 2 hours a week. I know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He also gets some kind of play therapy. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's supposed to be to help him, improve his behavior. And I will say that along with his maturity level, you know, has helped a lot. Now he recently got a new speech therapist. I think it was sometime around January. And since then, the improvement in him has been tremendous. And I really think that um, the first one that he had wasn't really doing the job that she should have. I did not use the school for services. We had a 504, but all the occupational therapy was done privately. Okay. Well, I've suggested that to my daughter, because she has pretty good insurance too. Um, but I think with both of their work schedules, it's very difficult for them to transport him because the services that he could get out on the outside, there's not a lot here where we live. Um, I told her a long time ago that if I had a special needs child, I would move to another state because Mississippi, in my opinion, is probably not the best place for that. I'm so nervous about him going back to traditional school. We have been working on confidence and relationship building with a therapist. Yeah, we've been working on that with my son too. The confidence and relationship stuff, mostly the confidence and the being a responsible young man. But I understand your apprehension. I think he'll be okay though. I really hope it works out for him so you can have a bit of a break, you know. What grade did you say he was going to be in, Renee? Is it 7th? No, 8th? Got to get these hands a break again. Good grief. Thanks. He's a nice kid. He'll be 8th grade. Okay. Um, well, of course he's a nice kid. You know what? All kids are not all kids are nice, but I think all kids kind of want to do the right thing. Even if they can't, they want to. Charlotte Jennifer has a comment regarding StreamYard. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, shoot. Where is it? It must be way back there. Yeah, I was looking at the apps. All I see stream. Oh, a guest app. Jane, do you know anything about a guest app? Renee, anybody who does StreamYard? I've never seen that before, but I've been using StreamYard for so long. Um, there should be. Hang on a sec. See, every time I go on StreamYard, it gives me my account. So I don't know. I'll look. Let me look. Okay. STREAM StreamYard. Is there a tab at the top where you might be able to sign up? See, I can't get there because I've got an account with them. Fiddlesticks. And I can't log out right now because if I do, it'll shut the stream off. Yeah, it is a website. It's not an app. So go to what you'll have. Thank you for that, Bridget, because I got a little bit confused. Just go to StreamYard.com. If you search it on Google, it should bring it up and you can click on it. Yeah, it's definitely not an app. And in fact, StreamYard is the only one I can go directly through. Like if somebody sends me a link, I can hit that and go just directly from my email or my Instagram or my whatever. I can click on that link and it takes me straight to StreamYard. All the other ones, if I get an Instagram link, like for StreamYard or EBMux, I have to email it to myself and then go through my email to do it. And I don't know why that is. Yeah, I thought it was an app, but I did find there. Good, Jennifer. Sorry for all caps. I didn't mean to. No, it's okay. It's okay, Zach. Did they? Let's see. Hey, Denise. Thank you for saying hi. I'm very well. I hope you are well too. I know you must be tired though. You take care and I'll see you again soon. Lori, I have homeschooled for the last 5 years. He tests at 10th grade on diagnostics. I think he will be okay with Yeah, I think he will too, Renee. He'll be great with academics. Hey Mona, how are you doing tonight? Hey Denise. Hey Mona. Hey. Very well. I've already had a nap. Hopefully I can sleep tonight. You know what? I took a nap today too, and that's why I'm still wide awake. I always destroy my sleep schedule with naps. But gosh, aren't those naps glorious? Come on now. Hey Mona, you want a link? Let's see. One. What is on my arm? Get off of there. 2, 3. I better get back to my directions. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and row 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Hey, Mona, I already got the email for Miss Peachnut tomorrow. I called Mona Moana on an extra letter. I sent it to you, dear. Circadian rhythm. What's that? No kidding. No kidding. I lost my rhythm a long time ago. Too. You know, my son has issues with that too. And I told him, I said, honey, you might as well get in the medical field so that you can work the night shift and be a happy person. I said, because if you end up working somewhere where you have to work 9 to 5, you're going to be miserable. Oh, jeez. I am really struggling with this row, y'all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. 5. There we go. 6, 7. Hey, Sonia. Yay, you're back. Where'd you go? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For those of you who didn't see me make the head of this peacock, there it is. So far, he still needs his little feathers on top, but that's not the next step. So I'm doing this step by step. 1, 2. Renee, how do you like working with the aren't you using cotton yarn for your pig? Oh, thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7. I prefer it to the chenille, and it's going. See, I do. I think I do too. 1, and I'm using acrylic now. 2, 3. 5. And I'm enjoying it too. You know, I made the bunny. Did y'all see my bunny finished? I don't think y'all did. I finished my bunny. Here, let me lift it up just a little bit so you can see him. Ugh. Oh gosh, no, Sonia, I did not finish the whale. Let me move that. There's the bunny. that I started last week. And I finally got her finished. I had to change the color of her skirt because I didn't like the first pink that I put on there. Um, so I used this brighter, it's called boysenberry, and it's a red heart color. And this here was, I love this yarn. And then, yeah, and I just really, I'm digging this. I'm digging the bunny. But I'll show you, Sonia. I got this much of the whale done. I finally got his tail on. And then, no, booger. Oh, I got his other fins that go on the side done. I just haven't attached them. And then I got the melted ice cream finished, but I don't have the cone done yet. I've got to sew this on, do the cone, figure out what eyes I'm going to use, and put his fins on, and he'll be done. So I figure maybe by the end of the week he'll be finished. And then I've got to finish my pig, or at least work on him some. And he's got one leg. He needs the other leg. And then, well, it's a she. And then she needs 2 ears, a sun hat, a skirt, and arms. And I think that's it. Oh, she needs cheeks too, but I think I'm just going to use some makeup blush or something because I don't like the circles that you crochet on it. And I think I put my eyes in a weird spot. So I don't know. You put a collar on the dress. Oh, how cute. Ooh, Renee, send me a picture of that on Instagram. That's very interesting. I can't wait to see that. Love the pink for the whale. Thank you, Jane. It was so much easier to see than the white was. So much easier. 2, 3, 4. Mona, I sent you a link, I think. Did I not hit send? No, I did. I hit send. So I ordered a pattern today on Etsy. Let me show you what my next project's going to be, y'all. It's so cute. Okay, it's not cute. My daughter requested this. But my next project is going to be this little dude here. Aren't those cute? It's like the crocheted version of the, oh gosh, Labubu, I think is what they call them. But apparently it's all the rage with the kids today. I don't know how many I just did. Oh, come on. Okay. 6, 7. Oh, no kidding. Well, that's the next one. I hope I can do it. It's really going to stretch my skills on embroidering on top of crocheting, because that's really something new for me too. 4, 5, 6, I think I'm going to watch some tutorials on YouTube and see how other people do their embroidery. What number was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. They are expensive. Oh, come on. Oh, y'all, this is so frustrating. Why is this so hard to see? Okay. Okay. I like to needle felt details onto. That's the one you said where you stab it a lot, right? They're but would love to crochet them. Well, Sonia, that pattern was on sale today on Etsy. Jane Doe, are you still in here? I think I can drop the link. Just give me 1 second. 6, 7. Oh, shh. Y'all, I'm about to cuss at myself. 7. Okay, let me see if I can grab this. Yeah, I can do that. Copy. It's on sale for $4.31. Its regular price is $7.84. So if you're interested, oh gosh, that's a long link. Well, it won't do it. I bet you. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. Does that even look like a link? So you don't say bad things? That's a good. Oh my gosh, look how long that link is, y'all. It's like 3. Jane Doe, I need you. Y'all, please help me welcome my friend Mona to the stage. Hey, Mona.
How you doing?
Oh, Lord. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah? You look tired.
I am.
Yeah? What you doing up
Yeah.
so late?
I didn't get no sleep.
Did you mow your
Nope.
yard? Thank
Nope.
God.
I didn't touch my yard. I didn't have the strength to touch my yard. I haven't been asleep
Mona. Since yesterday?
since yesterday.
What's going on? Never mind. Never mind. Well, have you eaten?
Yeah, I had some. Yeah, I ate today. I did. I ate.
Good,
First one
good.
is Bush. Sure what the other is, huh?
Well, it's all a continuation of the same link, Jennifer, and I made a huge mistake. Oh, it does? Okay. Okay. I don't know what the rest of it was then, because I only hit send one time.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Vima, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Vima, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's right or not. 5.
So what you working on tonight?
A peacock. A goofy
What?
looking little peacock.
Girl,
What are
you
you
getting
working?
it in, huh?
Well, kinda. I'm trying.
You say
I
well,
just
kind of.
I need to improve my skills. So I've been doing a lot
Okay.
this week and last week. And I think I have improved some, but I'm not where I want to be yet. And that's okay because I guess all this stuff takes practice, right?
Right.
Um, what are you working on tonight? Some diamonds?
You already know it.
You working on earrings?
See?
Oh, Mona, those are so pretty. Is that the butterflies you were showing the other day?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, those are really pretty. Vima, I am great. I hope you're well. Um, you can delete the one that isn't blue. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Oh Lord. Let's just leave them there.
What are you doing?
Okay. I was trying to post a link so that um Sonia could check out the Labubu, the Labubu,
Labubu?
the fake Labubu pattern that I bought the today.
Oh.
You, you haven't heard of Labubus?
I've just heard of it the other day when a friend of mine it was two of them opening and was talking about. I didn't get it, but now you saying something is catching my attention.
Well, I don't understand the concept of the Labubu other than it's a cute, ugly little monk rabbit looking thing.
Right.
I mean, it's cute, but it's got a kind of a
Right.
monster looking face.
Yeah.
Sort of. Kind of vicious looking face.
Uh-oh.
In a cute sort of way. You know, like remember the oh
Gremlin.
shoot. Yes, thank you, Gremlins. That's what I how'd you know that's what I was thinking?
Hey, everybody know the gremlins, they looking cute, but they look like monsters.
But
And they are
they
monsters.
and they sure are. Don't feed them after midnight.
Okay.
It's the new Beanie Baby craze. Okay,
Look, and
okay.
don't let them get wet.
Yeah,
They
don't get them
multiply.
wet. They sure. Oh Lord, Lord. Um, but yeah, but they're little bunnies instead. So Violet was looking on the Etsy's and found this pattern and said, "Mama, will you buy this one and make that for me?" And I said,
Oh,
oh Lord, I
and
will
she
do my
keeping you
best."
busy now.
She is. She is. Well, she wants. I done downloaded an octopus pattern for her and a jellyfish, and now the Labubu, and I hadn't started none of them. Not none. So,
Okay.
eh,
So you're gonna do the Labubu?
well, yeah. I mean, it's small. I should be able to do it.
Did you see the little frog
The
that
what?
they got going around? It's like a little keychain.
No, it's a frog.
A frog.
Jennifer said your butterflies are so pretty.
Thank you. Hey y'all. How y'all
One.
doing? I know I'm showing y'all on the top of my head, but I'm over here
She's over
getting it
there
in.
diamond painting. She's elbows deep.
Yeah, I am. I am. I
So,
am. I have I have all these to do front and back. And I just did all these front and back.
oh wow.
Yeah, I just
Is that
started
what's
this
keeping you
evening.
up?
Huh?
Is that what's keeping you up?
No. I went to bed. I got into bed around about 3, and I
Uh-huh.
laid there and couldn't go to sleep. I
That's
I drank
crazy.
that tea yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I dozed off about 11:30. Finally,
Mm-hmm.
but shoot, I was back up at 1:30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That happens to me occasionally.
and because on my mind, all I was thinking about, I did try to get up, but I kept having dizzy spells, so I was comfortable laying down. As long as I was laying down, I was good. When I got up and walked around, I wasn't good, so I couldn't get out there and go cut the grass and all that other stuff that I
No.
wanted to do. I wanted to do a lot of stuff today. I wanted to go to the store and get me some food for tomorrow. So I figured, I'll go to sleep, and when I get up tomorrow, I'll go to the store and get, because I want some cube steaks and some mashed potatoes and corn. But
Oh,
I
that
might
sounds so
not do the
good.
corn. I might do green beans instead. But
Do you
that's what I
like
want.
peas?
Huh?
Do you like peas?
Yeah.
Like English peas?
English
My,
peas?
little round peas. The
Them
green
little
ones.
green ones? That's sweet?
Mhm.
Yeah. They
All right,
sweet.
listen. Listen to here. Listen to here. My grandma used to make this cube steak recipe. And what she would do is she would flour that steak
Mm-hmm.
and she would fry it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would pour a can of peas into it. It sounds disgusting, but it is so delicious. And she would put that on top of because it made its own gravy because of the flour and
Mm-hmm.
and she would put that on top of the mashed potatoes. And when I tell you that it was delicious, I am not lying. And put you some Tonys on there too.
You
But
trying to
now if you
burn me
got a
up now.
just a little bit, not a lot.
I
I
don't
don't
have no
use a lot.
Tonys in my house.
Oh, you don't?
I put Tony out. Tony and Slap Your Mama, they had to go.
Lop. Oh yeah, slap your mama. That's some good stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
It's
see,
too spicy
39.
for me. It's
Is
too much
it?
sodium.
It is a lot of sodium.
Yep. It's too much for me. It done had my
I'm
feet
gonna.
swollen and everything else. And
Mhm.
we ain't doing
Well,
that.
what do you think was causing you to be dizzy?
Tired. Need to go to
Okay,
sleep and couldn't go to sleep.
and couldn't.
Yeah. Because I drank that tea. I
Is
don't
that
even
what
know
it
I
was?
drink all that tea. I should have drank some of it. I shouldn't drink all that tea. But it was good.
Was it?
But when I go to
That was that liver
what,
tea.
Whataburger, Popeyes, McDonald's, Burger King, churches, anywhere,
What?
I can't say anywhere, but those restaurants, when I get
Yes.
their sweet tea,
Uh huh.
I stay up 24 hours.
No kidding.
No kidding. I remember when I went home and I was drinking that tea every day, I was up for 3 days. My dad told me, nope. You coming to my house and you going up there and you're going to sleep, huh? And look, I couldn't tell my daddy no,
Right, right.
you know. So I went over there. I laid down for about a couple of hours, and baby, I was back up, ready to go. I need to go back up to the hospital. I'll sleep later.
Oh,
Let me get back to the hospital.
right.
And he was just, no, you ain't slept, girl. Do you sleep? Not right now. I'll sleep later.
I'll
All right.
sleep later.
I came here for a reason, and
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least you know what caused it.
Oh yeah, I know what that tea do. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed. That tea. And I wasn't thinking about it when I was drinking it because it was tasting so good to me. And I drank the
Oh, I know.
whole, and it
Believe
was a
me,
big
I
old
know.
cup like this. And I drank all of it too.
Oh my
Mm.
Lord. Well, I drink tea about 24/7.
I can drink my own tea and go to bed.
Ain't that
That
funny how
tea,
you can do that?
I guess they put a pound of sugar in there, and my insides be like, well, you ain't going to sleep.
See, and I don't use a lot of sugar in my tea. I put about a third of
Oh,
a cup in
Jennifer,
a
me too, girl. I don't sleep.
teaspoon.
Oh, I have flat steak, green beans, and mashed potatoes and gravy with onions today. Girl, see
Oh,
you rubbing it all up in there too, huh? You say
yes.
you had
Yeah,
that today.
and
I
you got a
love
craving
making
for
pea
it.
stew. It
I
has
don't know what
onions and
pea stew
potatoes in it. Ooh, it
but it
sounds
sounds all
good.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't sleep much. I go days without any rest. Jennifer, that ain't good for you, honey.
Nope, it's not.
Speaking from an old lady who don't sleep, I'm telling you, that ain't good for you. It is not good. That's why I love my naps. Because pretty much that's all I get anymore is naps. I
I
can
don't take
sleep about
naps.
4 hours at a time.
Okay.
And I'll sleep like when I get off of here, I will stay up probably till Poppy wakes up.
Okay.
Now, guess what? I don't have to do no dishes, Mona.
He took you out to eat?
No, my daughter cleaned the entire kitchen today. I don't know what got into her,
Well,
but I
you
hope.
would have got into her. That's what it is. She know what she got to do sometimes.
Well, she did it, and I was so happy. Oh, good night, Lori. Thank you for
Hey,
coming in. I
Lori. Good night,
appreciate you.
Lori.
Um, but no, she got up and she cleaned this entire kitchen. She cleaned the counters, the refrigerator, the island. She cleaned everything. And I was absolutely tickled to death. Bridget says she sleeps maybe 3 or 4 hours a day on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach is loving this summer weather. But when the heat comes, heat rashes oh, yeah, those are miserable, Zach. Those are miserable. Lori, have a blessed night. Payne and I are always fighting. I'm sorry, Bridget. I hate that. I don't have a lot of pain, thank God. Not yet. But I just get woke up so easy. I'm a very light sleeper. I used to be able to sleep through a tornado.
Never.
In fact, let me tell you what happened one time when I was a kid. Um, Apparently there was some criminals loose, and a helicopter landed in the road in front of our house, and I slept through it.
What?
Yes, ma'am. I slept right through it. My parents were talking about it the next morning. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, the helicopter landed right out there, and they got this guy and blah blah blah. And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, we're not kidding. Well, so yeah, slept through a helicopter landing in front of my house.
Oh wow.
We had a big field in front of our house,
Yeah.
and I guess it was the best place for them to land. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be itching on it, Zach. Get you some Benadryl. That'll keep it from itching, and it'll help you sleep. You can talk to me with a bullhorn, and I'll sleep through it. That's what
What
Zach
happened?
said.
Zach itching from what?
He's got a heat rash.
Oh, he ain't got no aloe vera.
Or some calamine lotion, or some hydrocortisone cream. I'm not a doctor. That's just
Me
what works
either.
for me.
But that's what works. I keep that in my house.
I do too. I've always been that way since my wreck in 2004. Doctors still don't understand how I can run okay. No sleep like I do. Yeah. Aloe vera will soothe it. I don't know if it'll stop the itching, but it'll soothe it.
Yeah, it stops itching and burn
And that
when it
burnt that,
burns.
yeah.
Yeah, it stopped the itching and it helped heal it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll help. Or an oatmeal bath. That'll help too. But you'll have to go get that from Walmart or Walgreens or somewhere like that.
She went deep. Walmart, Walgreens.
You know. Well, some people don't know where to get that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh. Well.
Okay. So I'm there. Now what do I do? Now what do I do?
What do you? Oh.
Let's see.
I spilled these beads all over the place.
Oh no. Increase. Wait a minute. That's in parentheses. Okay. All right. What does it mean when it's in parentheses? Repeat enclosed
That's the one I see,
instructions.
right?
The amount of times indicated.
So how was your day today?
It was good. I didn't do a whole lot. I kind of just enjoyed the peace and quiet, to be honest with you. Violet was here, but you know, she don't make any noise. Except when she's cleaning the kitchen. She banished me to she told me, she says, Mom, would you please go in your bedroom while I clean this kitchen? Because you're not going to want to hear me making all this noise.
Oh.
Well, what she does is she'll put her earbuds in.
Yeah.
And she'll do the dishes and sing at the top of her lungs.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Zach, don't you worry about that. If we can help you, we will. He said, I'm sorry, I'll quit complaining now. I've had many sleep tests. They say even when I do sleep, it's not really sleep. They call it daydreaming because I can still hear everything around me. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, that must be miserable. I don't know nothing about that. So it says, what did it say? Do it as many times as it tells me to. Okay. 2 times. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, why didn't you just say do it 2 times instead of shoot? 1 single crochet, increase. Okay, that's 2 times. Now, increase again. Okay. I'll do it again. I need to put my, oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay. One single crochet increase. No, that's not right. Increase, increase, one single crochet, increase, one single crochet. Okay, there it is. I had to find the beginning of my row. Okay, now I think this is where the bird's chest is, and that's why I'm doing all that weird increasing.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer, I feel your pain. I too have a ton of sleep issues. I think that's why we're all up this time of night.
Anyway,
Yeah, keeping ourselves busy, and I know that's why I crochet at 2 in the morning. What time is it now? I don't even know.
oh, it's early.
Uh, it's 12:13.
It's 12:13.
It's not too bad. Oh, crud. Okay, where is it? Huh. Well, this ain't no good. I just saw it earlier. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, it'll be okay.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I just I, I know this is ridiculous, but I can't find the charger to my computer. And it was up here just a little bit ago. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yep, that's it.
You found it.
Charger saves the day. I've got 2 computers and a phone up here, so I should be okay. No matter what happens. What did Renee say? I tuck in my golden retriever and sleep like a rock.
Oh wow.
Renee, you know, I have noticed, other than Mona, most veterans that I know can sleep anywhere, anytime, for as long as they need to. Mona's one that I know that doesn't sleep near as well. But you usually sleep okay, don't you, Mona? You just have your days and nights mixed up. Never mind. Look at you looking around. No,
I had
no
sleep
way.
issues for years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was telling you I was doing all that work and I worked
That's right. That's
all
right. You
those
did.
hours. I was working.
Yeah. Yep.
Talking about a workaholic.
Mm.
Yep.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm not using a hook that's too small for this because
Uh-oh.
it keeps coming, the yarn keeps coming off my hook.
Oh.
So either I'm stabbing it too hard and being kind of crazy. It's just irritating me when it does it. Um, yeah, my husband, you are not gonna believe this, but before he had his hip replacement, that night we were laying tile. We had to get the tile laid completely so that I could come back the next day and grout the tile because they were gonna be bringing a hospital bed
Mm.
and it had wheels on it, and I didn't want them messing up my tile floor that I had just installed. So it needed to have grout on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He had to be at the hospital at 5:30,
Mm.
and he was falling asleep laying tile on his hands and knees. And I kept having to say, wake up, hurry up, get this done. We got to get this done because blah, 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 you know. And I'd tell him, I'd say, look, you can't sleep right now. It's okay though, because in about an hour, you're going to have the best sleep in the world. I said, so if you just stay up another hour, you'll be all right. And we got it done. I don't know how we did it, but we got it done. And he went and had his surgery, and I stayed until he was conscious, and I knew he was in good hands. And I went back home and grouted that floor. Those were the days.
Mm.
Because I don't think me nor Poppy, either one, have the energy to redo a house ever again.
Uh-oh. I want to do my bathroom. I want to
You
take the
do?
rug up and put tile down.
Yeah.
Actually that I want to put that, I think it's a wood, that laminated floor, that wood like floor, is gray color.
Uh-huh.
I want to put that in my bathroom.
Make sure you get vinyl that
Vinyl?
looks like wood. Yeah, they have I wouldn't put laminate in my bathroom, and I'll tell you why. It's a wet area, and laminate is very susceptible to major damage if it gets wet. It'll
Okay.
swell up. It will peel the print that they have on it will peel off. It you don't want that. You really don't.
Okay. So
I
get
would
vinyl
get a vinyl click
that look like
floor.
wood.
Mhm. That's what I would get. In fact, I wish I could put that in my whole house.
Most women around here can't do anything that requires manual labor. What?
What?
I have my pink chainsaw out today.
Woo.
Vinyl tile all the way. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would
Okay.
do, truly. It's indestructible for the most
Okay.
part,
I'm
and
glad you
I
told
think
me.
you'd be real happy with it. And honestly, I don't think it might be as expensive as laminate, but I think it's a comparable, depending on, what you want.
Okay. Because I was thinking about taking the his and hers sink, and it's like a
Mhm.
drawer in the middle with an open space up underneath. So I was
Mhm.
thinking about just taking all that out, have the his and hers, but leave that open and put like a rack there where I can put my towels and my shoes right there.
Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
trying to make some
nice.
room because I don't have no room for stuff. And I've got stuff everywhere.
Right.
And I figure because I'm thinking about taking my tub out, and I'm like, well, I do like to take a bath occasionally,
Uh-huh.
but I shower mostly.
Yeah.
So
Do you have 2 bathrooms in your house?
yes,
Well, do both of them have tubs?
yes.
We'll put a shower in one and a tub in the other.
The 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 one that I was thinking about making a full shower,
Mhm.
that would be the guest bathroom.
Okay.
So then that means I need to have a tub in mine. But being that I have a tub in mine is making me have a little bitty shower. I need to have my shower a little bit bigger. I feel claustrophobic in there because it's so
Yeah.
little. It's just
Yeah.
enough for, it's barely enough for me.
Right.
I need some room.
If See, I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, my shower, you would fight your way up out of
Severely.
there because it's so, feels so
And
close. It's not open.
if it was my bathroom, I would definitely rip out the tub and put the biggest shower I could afford in there.
You said the biggest shower, but see, because
Uh-huh.
I was at my neighbor's house,
The biggest I could
and
afford.
when I went in his bathroom,
Mhm.
the shower is all, you can fit 50 people in there.
See, that's what I like, a
And he
party
don't have a
shower.
tub. It's the whole. I wouldn't make that whole side a shower. I would make it
Right.
a little bit bigger, but yet I will put like a cabinet or something, where I can put my towels and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I need some room
Yeah.
to put stuff.
So,
The toilet paper
Renee
and
says the trend now is called a wet room.
oh,
So it's just a great big room, shower room, and you got your commode and your sink in there.
she said she just got a big walk-in shower.
Mhm.
Oh, hey
Mhm.
Alex.
Hey, Alex, how are you tonight? I made an account with StreamYard. Now to get the nerve to go live. Sweetheart, don't wait to get the nerve. Just turn on the camera and start talking. Look, on your first live stream, you don't usually have a lot of folks in there. But what you need to do is
Or
make a
maybe a
thumbnail.
water closet for the toilet.
Oh, you could do that, but see, I couldn't do that.
What's that?
Some people can't. A water closet is like when you just have your toilet in its own little room with a
Well,
door on
no,
it.
my bathroom is big, but it's not that big. I would like to take
Uh-huh.
that wall off of there because it's almost like it, but the closet is right there. I have a
Right,
closet
right.
right next to the toilet.
Yeah, I would like, oh, a nice chair in the
I
shower.
would
Wouldn't that be nice?
love to shower that big. I don't feel like closing in. I'll have
Yes.
a
And if
nice chair in there, be comfortable. That's what I want. I want me a bench in my shower, so just in case them days that I'm not feeling well, I can actually sit
right,
down and be able to take a
right.
shower and let the water run on me and stuff like that.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be real nice.
My
But I was
in-laws
thinking
had a
about doing that to the guest bathroom. Have the bench in there where you can be able to sit down and run the water and have
Mhm.
that steam. You can have a sauna going on up in there.
Oh, yeah.
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 I have a rain shower big enough for two, and that works for me. See, that's what I'm talking about. I need something for two, even though it's just, but still,
Still, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I need to be big enough for two, and not too little bitty people either. I ain't little bitty. I'm like, but I want to take that carpet up out of there. Because it was them other people that was here. I need to pull that carpet out. I need my own new stuff in here.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself because I want stuff done.
Right.
I have a range. Oh,
To increase.
Get someone
To
to go on
increase.
with you. It takes the pressure. Get someone to go
And
where
that's
with you?
true. To go live with her.
Woohoo!
Jennifer's talking about going live for the first time.
I'll go with you, Jennifer. You want to go? Let's go. When you want to go?
Yep.
I'll go with you.
Because she's never done it before and she's nervous.
I
And
know I was nervous the first time. I didn't go on by myself the first time. I went up on other people's channels first until I got up the nerve to go up. And then when I went on, it was like 6 people came up with me. GT was with me my very first live.
Was he?
Yup.
Marcel and Grumpus were with me for my very first live stream. And Patrick.
See?
Kelly and Liz.
Everybody had help. So you don't have to get up there by yourself. We'll help you. We'll go up there with you.
Yeah, we will.
I'll go up there as many times you want me to go until you feeling comfortable to go by yourself.
Well, and it's nice to have somebody come up with you.
I don't even go by myself that often. You don't see me by myself often.
Well, it gives you people to bounce things off of, you know,
exactly.
Like when you get tired of talking, somebody else will take over, you know, and so your live stream is not, you know, you don't have long periods of complete silence, or listening to me count,
or listen to the same person talking all the time, just constantly talking to their self. And when they got somebody up there, they have a conversation and forget there's other people here.
Right.
Yeah. Charlotte and Jackie do that all the time. They forget.
Yeah, we do.
You know, other people's around.
We forget there's a chat sometimes.
Yeah. Where's she at? She asleep?
I don't know. I think she might be asleep.
Oh, or weren't you supposed to be going out of town or something?
Yes, but I don't remember when. I know she said it was
towards the... Is that next week?
I thought it was next week, but it could be this week.
Okay.
I just don't know the answer to that. And I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. I don't know.
Or she could be finally getting some rest. She's another one that don't sleep.
That is something I know. And she needs some rest. Especially after, tell you what, that 12-hour live kind of threw me off. And I don't know why, because it was during the day.
That could be why I'm not
Yeah.
But I know, because that's normal. Like I was saying before, that's normal. We normally be up that time.
Exactly.
It wasn't no change for anything. It's just being live.
Right.
But being live drains me.
Yes, it does. Alex said, I used to go up all the time, but I don't anymore. Why not, Alex? Did you get bored with it? It took me probably 2 years to get brave enough to go live, and I wish it wouldn't have taken me that long. Yeah. Jennifer, what you need to do is make a thumbnail, and when you create your stream on StreamYard, it will give you the option of doing it right this minute or scheduling it for later. And you're going to click the schedule for later box, and then it'll give you the option to upload a thumbnail. And that is what gives people on YouTube a heads up that you're going to be going live later. So I'm real bad about only putting my thumbnail up like 30 minutes before I go live. But the longer you keep it up, the more people will hit that notify me button, and then they'll be reminded when you go live, they'll get another notification saying that you're live. So that's a big, I mean, that's a help. That's a help. So I would suggest doing it that way. And that way too, you can get the link to the live stream and send it to the folks that you want to go on live with you. And that way you're not there by yourself. Okay. I'm on row 11 now, I think. Yes. So I got to count to 51 now.
7 whole days.
Mhm. This is going to be a miracle if this is 51. Oh, you got sick. Okay. 1, 2. I am not going to count every single stitch. I'll just go back and count when I'm done. And if it ain't right, I'll just rip it out. You know, Mona, I really like doing this with the worsted weight yarn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I like the chenille. I like the way the stuffies come out.
Yeah.
You know, because they're nice and they're soft and cuddly. But these worsted weight ones are easier to see
do?
my stitches. I think they are. I really do. I like using the soft yarn, and I think that you could probably buy softer yarn than this stinking acrylic. And the cotton yarn, like the one I'm making this pig out of,
Yeah.
it's soft enough, but yeah, it's softer than the acrylic, but it feels like cotton.
Oh.
And you know, it's just, it's not squishy like, you know, like the chenille or
Yeah.
well, I don't like using the blanket yarn at all. Oh, he's doing his birthday celebration next Monday.
Who that?
Zach.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Zach's crap.
Next Monday?
It's Monday. I'm gonna hang on a second. I gotta make sure I'm subscribed to all these folks, but I gotta go to YouTube to do that. Let's see. Oh no. There. How do y'all communicate when not live so I can speak to y'all when I'm ready? You can find me on Instagram. And I'm same thing, Gulf Coast Granny. And you can send me private messages on there. And you can send a link. You can even send your link to StreamYard on there. Is Mona the one that did the yes, she's the one that did the coasters. Yep.
That's me. I'll take it. You like my coasters.
Where's Zach? There he is. Okay.
I'm doing earrings now.
Wait a minute. Why am I not a moderator on my own channel?
Nope.
Why?
Because you didn't make you one.
Why do I got to make me one on my own
You
channel?
should be able to do stuff on your channel, though.
I know I should. Oh, now it's letting me. Okay.
Okay. I was ready to say.
It was just a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm subscribed, Zach. I thought I was. Oh, shoot. Zach, we go live on the same night. I'm trying my best to put as much content. I'm an animal lover. Crochet diamond paint make bracelets, among other things. There we go. And Mona, aren't you on Instagram?
Instagram, TikTok. Yep.
Are you sifting soil and more?
Yep. I am.
Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. I got to get my directions back.
And
It's
my
fine, y'all.
email is siftingsomestore@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for me to send a link for me to come up, I'll only come up on through there because I don't have TikTok and Instagram on my laptop. I don't go live on my phone when I'm with other people. I don't like to go live on my phone.
Yeah, Bridget said, I also go on Mondays. It used to be Mondays were slow, but then everyone decided to all go within 30 minutes of each other.
Yeah. Because I'm sure having a hard time finding me a spot.
Yeah, I know you
But I'm
are.
going to get in somewhere.
You will. That's
Because
why I
I know
don't.
once I heal, I'm going to be doing some crocheting and get Duval hooked up. So we're going to
Good.
be live when I'm showing her how to do different stitches.
Mm-hmm. I hope that she's been studying how to read the patterns. Wait a minute.
She'll
What am
figure it
I
out
doing?
because she crochets already. She crocheted like a pro. She was the one that
Right.
got
Yeah,
me
she
doing
does.
those ruffle hats.
Uh-huh.
So
11.
all she need to do learn how to be able to read it. She know,
That's right.
everything. She
Well,
know
and
it
that's the
already. She
thing.
just don't know the symbols,
She don't know the
the
abbreviations. That's right.
abbreviations. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not hard to learn.
Nope. I taught myself.
Jennifer, I don't get on there much, but I do have notifications turned on for my phone. So if you message me, I'll get the notification. I don't play on Instagram much at all. In fact, I forget it's there a lot.
Oh wow.
unless I get a message from somebody. That's really the only reason I use it. Because that's how I send out a lot of links to folks.
Ooh, I need to give me some more water.
Some more water.
Yeah.
I've went on Mondays for a while now. Was doing 7 days a week. Wow, Zach, that's a lot. I don't think I could do that.
What's that?
7 days a week going live.
I used to when I was trying to get my hours and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a place that I could live stream without being interrupted 45 times a night, I would probably go live a little more often than I do. But, I have to basically banish everybody from my kingdom in order to go live.
I guess I'm on cue.
And my son is right on cue. He came in the kitchen to find something to eat, didn't you? Yeah.
You know how that go.
This boy stays hungry. But that's a good
Hey,
thing. I
he
mean,
can't help it. He little bitty.
I know. And not only that, but he's a growing boy,
Right.
I was wondering when he was going to get to that stage where he'd eat more groceries than me and his daddy put together. He's almost there. He just does it in little bits. Like he'll eat about every 2 hours.
Yep.
Have a
You
snack,
lose
have a
weight that
this.
way.
You better not lose no weight. Don't be losing weight.
I
You might,
did.
you might need a new band uniform this year because you've grown considerably since last band season.
I already got a size.
Before school was out. Are they getting new uniforms?
Different. Yeah.
They better not.
They're gonna have bright pink on them.
Same bibbers and all? Oh, okay. Well, you might need new bibbers because you've gotten taller and you've gained weight. He went from being about 95 pounds at the beginning of last year, and now he's real close to 110.
Oh wow.
And I couldn't be any happier than that for that. So do you know? Wait. So how do you make people blue? So you make them a moderator. So when you're well, you can't do it from StreamYard.
No, you have to do it on your phone.
You have to
You have
do
to
it
do it
either
through YouTube.
on your phone or your well, actually, you know what? You can go in your
Or
settings
in your
and add
studio.
people. Yeah,
You can go in your studio and put their names in there.
that's right. You can do that too. I'm not quite sure how to do it that way
I
because
don't
it's so
know how
much
to do
easier.
it that way.
Yeah, I've only had to do it that way one time. And that's when somehow somebody basically removed Jackie from my channel.
What?
Yeah. And timed her out and everything.
How
And
they do that?
I don't know if it was accidental or if it was intentional. I don't know what happened. But I
Did it
had to
say
go
who did
in.
it?
No. It had to either be me or a moderator. And I wouldn't do that to Jackie. I
It could have
mean,
been
it
a
could have been an
mistake. You know,
accident.
mistakes do happen.
Yes. And I was just about to say, I could have done it completely by accident. But I don't think any of my moderators would intend. That's why I screen my moderators. I have to know them. And they have to make me think I can trust them. You know what I mean? And I don't have very many moderators.
Me either.
And I keep it small so that I don't have that problem of people just
Exactly. You
random,
won't have that problem.
and I know them fairly well.
Right.
So yeah, they do get power hungry when they get a wrench, and that's just stupid. I've been on YouTube for years, but this part of it is new to me. Well, it'll be fun learning some new stuff. Yes, don't give the power to just anyone. So many have had issues because of bad mods. Yeah. Guys, my hands are not going to let me finish this tonight. So what I was thinking about doing, if I can, I might try to go live sometime tomorrow during the day to try to finish this up. So I will put a notification out, like a thumbnail thing, probably about an hour before I go live. But I've got to get some Motrin for my hands. They are killing me. So I think it's time to rest them. What do you think, Mona?
Yep.
I don't want to end up
Pay
like
attention
Mona.
to your body.
I don't want to be like Mona and have to have surgery because I didn't listen. I didn't listen to that pain. Right now I'm picky, but I'll trust y'all so people can handle things if I can't see it. Yeah, that's really important, Jennifer, is to get somebody that can stop the nonsense that goes on sometimes. I've been very, very lucky on my channel. That has only happened to me one time in 6 years that I've had to, and I didn't know how to handle it at the time. It was my first live stream, and I did not know how to ban people or anything like that. And I didn't know how to create moderators or anything. So I had to end my live stream because the people who came in there were vile, absolutely vile human beings. And then I ended up apologizing every goddamn week for a month afterwards because I was so embarrassed by what happened. But I learned from that. I learned not to go live unless I have somebody in my chat that I can depend on to stop the nonsense. That's right. It's your channel. And I've learned from watching what happened to others. Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't get anybody. They were just saying vile things. They weren't showing vile things, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, we can't say certain words on YouTube or they'll have it come undone. Have you seen all these channels bleeping out words when they're talking about, like especially the true crime channels? Because I like to watch those sometimes. And they will bleep out all the crimes that have to do with children, that have to do with smalt, or anything like that. And I'm like, they even bleep out the word smex, or I don't know if I should say this word or not.
No, don't say it.
But it's the bust, you know, not boobs, but blank bust.
Yeah.
They bleep out that word. And I'm like,
right.
Is everybody so damn sensitive?
A lot of people running over to TikTok.
Why are these people so sensitive that they can't hear those words? They watch it on the 5 o'clock news every day. They hear it every day. And the sponsors, the commercials, still go on the news channels. And as long as somebody's not being nasty, who cares? I don't understand it. I just don't. But it's YouTube's company. They can do what they want. That's the one thing I was nervous about, is the fake people. Don't you worry about other people, Jennifer. You can get rid of them with a quickness. Now, I always have some other device handy. Like right now I'm streaming on my phone, but I got my computer in front of me and I'm reading everything. So that way I can also jump in and ban somebody or get rid of the, you know, if I need to. Or I can demoderate somebody if I need to. I haven't ever had to do that, thank God. But yeah. Look, Mona's rocking already and my hands are hurting. So we're going to end this live stream. Mona, what you got to say tonight?
It takes patience to be in the garden.
Thanks everybody for being here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow because I'm going to finish this stinking peacock. Good night.